Friends, I just came in the backyard to make a video, and look what I found this Yahoo doing. What are you doing? What are you doing? Hang on, guys. Hey friends, welcome to the craziness that is the Polish protege. I am Stephanie, and that was Bella. She is just fine now, although I had to cut the chicken coop to get her out. I don't know how she got her head in there. I don't know why she put her head in there. I'm not really sure. I just fed the chicken some leftover vegetables out of the fridge. Apparently she decided she really wanted some. That's on my list to do. We have right now, it's old baseball netting is what it is, as the fencing on the chicken coop. I'd like to replace it with hardware cloth because that would avoid that, and it would avoid animals chewing through that every once in a while and getting into trouble. These guys are crazy. Anyway, I know it's been a little bit. I wanted to show you kind of how things are looking. We did have kind of a spurt of rainy weather, cooler weather. Not cool enough to damage anything outside, but cool enough that I wasn't outside working in the garden and bringing more things out. Let me show you kind of where things are at right now. Just a quick peek. Out here in the backyard, I have gotten most things kind of set up the way that I want them for the year. So over here, I have got all these are all garlics coming up, and this is the onions, green onions. I planted lettuce in here, but as you can see, somebody came and dug it all up. Underneath here is where I planted my carrots. Do you see all the pill bugs? Oh my goodness, this is gonna be a rough year, friends. I'm a little afraid, I'm not gonna lie. I'd hope to pick this up and to see, look at them all. I would say the odds of my getting carrots right here are 0%. Oh goodness. All right, so I had carrots there and lettuce here. I think those are a no-go. Look at, these are my green onions from last year. They'll make seed heads, and then I'll have seed for green onions for next year. So I always leave a couple of them out, and then I always plant new little ones. You can see I got all kinds of calendula seeds coming up in there. Hey, chickens. This area is looking lovely. These perennials are coming in. These are chamomile down here. I got some echinacea, and this is anise hyssop. Got some yarrow. I've got a great big weed right here. But this is all chamomile, and these are those hydrangeas of my bushes. They're just taking off. That is the loveliest surprise. We did have darling Snowy get her head caught in the thing. She's back in the corner. I don't know if you can see her. Hang on. If I open this, they're going to charge me. They really want to get out and get at this grass out here. But Snowy, back up. Back it up. Back it up. Snowy back there is doing much, much better. She got a little bit of a bald spot, but she's doing okay. I am going to remove the cage from here. She's out of chicken jail. I'm going to use this cage to try and trap the kittens under the porch. But I think that they can get out of that yet, so I'm waiting a little bit longer. Back here, nothing's really growing yet. This is going to be more warm vegetable things. I have some cornflowers that I transplanted there, and I have kale here. Those all look fantastic. Over here, you can see the back row, I've got all the peas coming up. That is super encouraging. And then these are all my onions. And they all look really, really good too. I've got some peas in the front. The peas in the front are not germinating as well. 1, 2, 3, 4 maybe of them. And then on the end, I've got some broccoli right there. This bed I've done nothing with yet. It's kind of in a catch-all. There's a couple broccoli right there and some anise hyssop still. Outside the backyard, this bed is doing well. I have got all the strawberries in here, some chives I transplanted out, some parsleys. The cilantro I was hoping kind of would bounce back a little bit. It looks like it might. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. I don't know what this guy, is that an artichoke, friends? That looks like an artichoke. I wonder if I planted one here last year and it didn't work and now it's coming up. That's funny. Those are celery that overwintered. These are all my strawberries. I put some violas in here. And then over here, I don't know what these are. I thought they were some kind of like daffodil that got planted, but they're some kind of wild onion. They're in the allium family. They're making these guys. I might pull those out of there after they flower. I'm not sure. Here is the cabbage that I put inside here to make sure it'd be okay. And under here, you see that seed popping up? Can you see him? There he is. That's a cucumber. I have got a couple cucumbers popping up in these domes here and over here with the idea that they're gonna climb these A-frame sawhorses. There's some ranunculus that overwintered. I planted a couple peas. There's a pea coming up. There's some over there that might come up. This might end up being a cute little area. Okay, and I'm not gonna do this, but I want you to know that this is my son's pitching net. And it's a beautiful, beautiful trellis for something one day, don't you think? One day he's gonna outgrow it, and one day it's gonna hold a whole wall of beans, maybe. Yeah. The driveway is looking beautiful. I mean, not beautiful, there's lots to clean up, but getting close. Look at the peas. Those are poppies. They look great. I did plant a couple beans in here. These are poppies, and I planted some lettuce in the front. No lettuce coming up. Yeah, that might be a little baby lettuce, not really. But the peas are up, which is fantastic. As these grow up and connect, I will bring out cherry tomatoes to replace those. Over here, this is the spinach. The spinach is looking fantastic. I bet you I will harvest baby spinach leaves. I'm gonna give it one more week probably, and then I will do a harvest of baby spinach leaves. Won't that be fun? Oh, I got a couple peas. This bed right here is very shallow. It doesn't hold a lot of nutrients, so I don't get a ton of good luck. Spinach was the thing that did the best last year. I do have a couple peas popping up. Peas are nitrogen fixers. Thought they'd be good things to stick in here. We'll see how that works. I got a couple volunteer flowers coming up. And I'm going to try and plant some more things. I might buy some already established plants to put on the ends of this. They might work better, like some alyssum or something with shallower roots. We'll see. But this one over here, same thing. I got all the peas coming up, and they look lovely. And in the front row, I had lettuce, which is not coming up. And then this bed right here has got strawberries for days. I am going to put some flowers in here, some sunflowers and some zinnias. Haven't got that far yet. And back there under the porch is where the kittens live. So here is the kitten update. You can see two of them right there, and the third one's in the very bottom corner. She does not come out very often. This one right here is by far the bravest. She, and I keep calling them she, I don't know that they're she's, but she comes out, and today is the first day that she came up to my hand. She's come up and smelled my feet a little bit before and jumped back underneath the porch if I moved. Today she let me move my hands and my feet, and she let me eventually even pet her. The other two are a little bit more shy. The one that has the most white is very, very skittish. Lots of times she won't even come out and let me sit down, and she won't eat next to me. I'll have to leave. When I leave, I tuck that green dish with the food underneath the porch, and I close that door almost all the way. See that block she's sitting on? I use that to kind of prop it open a little bit so they can come and go, but it's not a big opening for other animals to get underneath the porch. So she comes out every single time that I come to feed them. The other two, probably about 1 in 3 times I'll get one of them. The rest of the time, it's either one or the other, or they both stay under there until I put food underneath there. But this one, I think I probably could have picked her up today, but because it was the first day she let me pet her, I didn't want to push it. And I just played with her and let her feel comfortable with me and petted her. I've got a neighbor mowing his lawn, so this might be loud, but I just wanted to show you how pretty everything is looking. Look at, my husband did not run over my peonies this year. I got one here and I got one over there. I gotta trim this guy. He's getting a lot of control. Whoo! But look at all, listen, no video makes this look as good as it does. Look at all the tulips all along the fence. They're just gorgeous. Right up in here, this ground cover is called Sweet Woodruff, and it does get everywhere, but I've got it kind of in a spot where I can contain it, and it has these beautiful little flowers that pop out. You can see it's made the jump across the log, and it's all in here, which I'm okay with in this spot. Really pretty. Look what else is hiding back here. This is columbine, and look at, we're gonna have flowers within days. I'm gonna have flowers. All these tulips all blown out. Aren't they just gorgeous? Here's the rose bush too. You can see how full it's getting over here. And it's got a couple big, really tall canes. I don't know if I should leave those tall. I want them to grow up that way, but it might take up a lot of the rose bush's energy. I'm gonna have to look. It might be better to prune those down. I can't decide. But they are very, very healthy. And I can't wait to see this thing in bloom this year. Hi, Busha. This pot's got the rest of the columbine. You can see it's just starting to make some flowers. You're gonna be so pretty. Can we just say how gorgeous these tulips are? Girls, you are beautiful. I got all these, and then I got white ones down there. They're gorgeous. In the garden, I do have oh, look how fast these weeds come. I just came through and got all these weeds out of here, but you can see I do have peas starting to pop up, and I do have some beets that are gonna be okay, I think. A couple more peas, but all the way down here, peas, beets, and then up here in the front, I have got, you can barely see them, little baby onions. They'll get bigger, they'll take off. Those big ones are all decorative onions. This is just gonna be the prettiest space this year. I'm so excited. Every year I get so excited for the pretty newness because it's never the same every year, right? Never. Right here, I've got some kale that overwintered. This is premium kale, it's coming back up. That's fantastic because I didn't have any seed for that. So I'm gonna let this guy go to seed and save seed this year. And I left a couple coneflowers here in the corner. I think that'll be pretty. Coneflowers, and I got some dill planted there. Oh, it's just so pretty. I love it. Okay, this is a pretty spot to stop and talk. So, life, been busy. This is not a surprise. If you've watched any of my videos, you know that I try very hard to be consistent and show you kind of how things change. And that'll get better as summer hits. Things will start moving and grooving a little bit more, and you can see the difference. Right now, with it being chilly this last week and a half, not much is growing. It's all kind of just staying where it's at, except for the tulips, which have exploded. And we are finishing up this school year. So I am substitute teaching out at my sister's school. I am doing things with my kids. We've got field days and track meets and field trips and all kinds of things. My son's going to camp this year for a couple days. We've started baseball season, and my son is heavy into baseball. I'm going to put a few cute pictures of him at baseball in here. And then my daughter plays soccer. That's going to go in here. And we've been a little bit busy. So I'm doing the best I can. I hope that you are enjoying dropping in and seeing where we are at. We're gonna take the kids and go on a little hiking trip this coming weekend. So I'll try and get a little bit of footage of that and see my kids out enjoying the wilderness. So one day they can go on wilderness adventures with me, right? Big ones? That'd be super fun. All right, guys, I'm gonna go inside and start packing for our wilderness trip. Have a great day, and I will see you soon. Bye.